When we take over a team in FM, we have a vision of becoming the greatest team in history. We see ourselves as an attacking force using a highly aggressive attacking system, scaring the living daylights out of the opposition even before they take the field. Kind of like what you feel when you are just above the relegation zone fighting for your very lives and your next opponent happens to be Manchester City. In today's Understanding Football Manager, A is for attacking, and we're going to take a look at the kind of players that you will need to play such an aggressive attacking system and how you can begin rebuilding your new team with a view to achieving that goal in the future. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome to a brand new series of videos, the A to Z of Football Manager. For those of you who don't know me, I am Phil and welcome to the channel. And in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the letter A. A is for attacking today, and we're going to be taking a look at the kind of players that you will need to play with a very aggressive attacking system and how you can start rebuilding a brand new save towards being able to play in such an attacking way in the future. But before we get into all that, this channel has been set up to support the British Heart Foundation. And so if you are new to the channel and you like FM content, then why not subscribe, like, watch and comment, help the channel to grow and help us to support that very worthwhile cause that you can see scrolling up above. When you think about attacking football, what immediately springs to mind is a very high-risk tactical style, winning the ball high up the pitch, dominating possession in the opposition third, a team full of creative players or aggressive ball carriers who get forward into attacking positions and create chances for your strikers to score all those wonderful goals. That for me is what attacking football is, but attacking football is not without its risks. And if you do adopt this style and you don't have the correct personnel to be able to play in this way, then you will leave yourself vulnerable to the opposition counter-attacking when you turn the ball over. And so attacking football is really all about the level of risk that you are prepared to take in order to dominate the opposition and to constantly outscore them. And for me, there are three levels of risk in Football Manager, and they range from the very positive attacking system, which is a system which will attack but will also be very wary of the opposition's ability to hit you hard on the counter-attack. And whilst this is an attacking mentality, your players will also be very aware of the opponent's ability to counter-attack and will therefore temper their attacking play and movement according to that. And then we have the attacking mentality. And for me, this means that the team's mentality is such that they feel that they are going to be able to deal with the counter-attack from the opposition in the rare occasion that they will turn the ball over. And the team has this belief that they are far greater than the opposition and can easily outscore them and can defend against them quite well. This will come with an element of risk, and on occasions you are going to leave yourself exposed at the back. But this team is as good as any team in the league and should be attacking and should be taking its opportunities. But if you are playing with this kind of style, then you must believe that you will dominate possession, create a lot of chances and score a lot of goals. And when the opposition does turn over the ball, that you are good enough at the back to be able to defend against that counter-attack in most cases. And then the final one is the very attacking, and this is something that completely ignores any risk that there might be of being caught out on the counter-attack. This is the highest risk attacking system of all, and in my opinion this is only to be used when you are desperately in need of a goal and chasing the game, and so in the final 10 or 15 minutes you are throwing the kitchen sink at them, and it doesn't really matter whether they score, it doesn't matter whether they win 1-0 or 2-0, you have to go and attack and get those 2 goals that you need. This is the ultimate in high risk football. So how do I know that this Benfica team is good enough to play in this very attacking system? Well, there's two things that I can look at. And firstly, we can go to the season preview, and that will tell me that the pundits think that we are odds-on favourites to win the league. In other words, they are saying we are the best team in the league. And the other way that I can look at it is to go to the comparison screen. And if I've got a screen in here that looks like this for physicals, that looks like this for mentals, and looks like this for technicals, then this pretty much guarantees that we are capable of playing in a highly aggressive way. Any areas that we might see that we are weak, for example, we don't have the greatest jumping reach, we can make little tweaks to the tactic in order to make that less ineffective. And so if you are the best team in your league, then there is nothing to stop you adopting a very attacking mentality and playing very aggressive attacking football. Compare this to the Burnley team that we are currently doing in the live stream on Tuesdays and Thursday evenings, and if you want to pop along to that, then why not? We'll enjoy having your company. But if we look at the season preview for Burnley, then things don't look so good, and we are predicted to be, at the moment, only to finish in 18th place. And if we go to the comparison reports, then we will see that it is a much different picture to what is going on with Benfica. And so this Burnley team is probably not good enough to be playing in a very attacking way, and we should be much more defensively minded in our first season in the Premier League. And this Benfica team is full of technically gifted players, players who can carry the ball, players who can move the ball quickly, players with good passing and vision, and players in the centre of the midfield who can win the ball. And so this team is ideally set up for attacking football. But these highly intelligent, technically gifted players do not come cheap. And so we have to build slowly towards creating this kind of team. But the way to begin is to look at what I call the core attributes. And the core attributes make up what I call the solid all-round performers within the team. And if we take a look at one of these players, we'll be able to identify someone who is not a technically great player, but he has all the core attributes that will make him into a very good, solid all-rounder, a great team player. And let's take a look at one of those in Samu. And as you can see, Samu doesn't have a lot of green highlighted attributes, and he is just one of those who I call a good, solid all-rounder. And the key attributes really are first touch. He has a first touch of 14. Passing, he has passing of 15. Technique, he has good technique of 14. Anticipation, he has excellent anticipation of 15. Composure of 14. Concentration, 14. Good decision maker, 14. He is fairly determined, 14. Positioning, 14. Teamwork, 14. And work rate, 15. He is for me a good, solid, all-round team player. And it is these attributes that you need to focus on when you are building up a brand new team. Take a look at someone like Palacios, for example, who is an extremely good player, and you can see the difference in that he has a number of attributes highlighted in green. He has all the key attributes, though, that we mentioned for the good, solid, all-round players. He has a first touch of 16, he has passing 16, he has technique 16, he has good anticipation, he has good composure, good concentration, good decisions, he has good off the ball, good positioning, and good teamwork and work rate. He has also got all the attributes that are core and fundamental to building up a very good, strong, attacking team. And so it is those core attributes that we need to focus on when we are building up our team. Because when we are taking over a team from scratch, and if we go back to Burnley now, what we need to do in regard to this Burnley team who are new to the Premier League, we are going to need to bring in players who have those core attributes, and will create this foundation of what will become very solid in terms of our Premier League. With those players, we're not going to win the Premier League, but they are the only kind of players that we can afford, and we need to have a team full of these solid players. Players like Bayek, for example, who on the surface of it does not look like he's a very good player, but he has good first touch, he has good passing, he has good technique, he has good anticipation for this level, he has good composure, concentration and decisions. He's determined, he has good positioning and work rate. He is an example of the kind of player that we actually need in this team. We're not going to win the Premier League with these players, but that is the kind of player that we need to bring in the early years here at Burnley. And then when we have built that good all-round team, that is a mid-table team, we can then slowly build on that and bring in the more technically gifted players. And so those are the attributes that we need to focus on. And when I'm scouting, I'm looking for players with those attributes. And I'm actually thinking of signing Harry Wicks because he has these attributes in abundance. Good first touch, good passing, good technique, good anticipation, good composure, good decisions, good determination, positioning, teamwork and work rate. Those are the things that I'm going to be looking for, and he at 5 million represents what someone who would be a very, very good signing. And so, having laid the foundations of a good, solid, all-round team in your first transfer window, you can then set about improving the team slowly over time in each area of the pitch, bringing in attacking wing-backs who have pace, stamina and strength, crossing and dribbling, as well as the core attributes that you need. Central defenders who are much better in the air, have great aerial ability, good tackling and good marking ability. More creative players with passing, vision and flair, and ball carriers who need pace, agility and balance and dribbling skills. Forwards who have a lot of pace, have great finishing, great composure. These are the kind of players that you'll need to seek out in later years. And so that is how I am going to build my team towards becoming a very, very good football team. And year upon year, transfer window upon transfer window, I'm going to replace players in specific positions, always improving upon what we have already, keeping those core attributes that we mentioned always in place. And then within 4 or 5 seasons, we should be in a position where we are a great team, and we should be expected to be playing aggressive, attacking football. And that's it for this video. If you are brand new to the channel, then why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, help the channel to grow, help us to support all that good stuff that you can see scrolling above. This channel is set up to help support the British Heart Foundation. Many, many thanks for watching, and I hope you got something from this, and join us for the next one when we will be looking at something with the letter B. We will see you soon.